Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports.
This is a rivalry game that always gets the blood pumping, both on the field and in the stands. One of the great division battles in the NFC. They've met once already this season. We'll see what kind of fireworks are in store for us here in Game 2.
It's the Cowboys going up against the Giants.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. This one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. And a give this time to the tailback. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, Webb. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
To throw on 3rd down, Webb. Now he's forced out left. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
They go to Elliott again. Oh, the spin. Got some room at the 30. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big run that time by Elliott. 41 yards on the ground. And now a first down following that long gain. Oh, twisting away. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And he'll give it here to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC, and it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Here's Prescott, and that's caught by Beasley. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. Now Elliott. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
They'll try again with Elliott. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jeff Swaim, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
And he's able to put it through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you sort of notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny. And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your number 1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And I think the ball's out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. They'll run with Elliott. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Prescott down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he will score. wins. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Cowboys. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. They start on the ground with Elliott, and he's got room. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Going to give this time to the tailback. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Prescott. Completes it to the rookie from North Carolina, Ryan Switzer. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll give it here to his running back. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dez Bryant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Here's Smallwood as they begin on the ground. So we have come upon halftime here in... Sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Play clock winding down. Now they try the right side here. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Second down, Prescott. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. He got 29 yards that time. First down carry by Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Play fake. Prescott steps away. And this one is incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. 3rd down here.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Prescott from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Now a handoff as they run left side. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here. And the D looking like they may blitz. Now Webb. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Webb. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Here's Brad Wing now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Third and long for Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because you usually have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On the counter, Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Again, it's Elliott. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott going to throw deep for the end zone. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And the tight end goes in motion left. And now here's a carry heading left. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Watch it now, Barney. Check. Back down in that Philly. Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Webb. And this is going to be incomplete.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Prescott now on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Bryant. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. They give to Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now for Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a first down throw. Well, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Short kick. It's taken at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. New York set to take the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
Now let's go. Blue landing. Blue landing. All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Detroit.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
He's back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
The Giants on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Let's go. Green 30. Leopard. No. All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Robert Blanton. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
A give to Elliott running left. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And taken right on the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Set, 3-19. Watching that body. Detroit.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Set, blue, landed. Watching that body. Back in that Philly. Here we go.
To throw again. Webb. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On 3rd down, Webb. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Dallas, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Giants, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.